God. I don't know what you think about when you think about God, but that's where we're going to be going today. So Happy New Year. As we begin this new year, 2024, we are landing in the book of Isaiah. It's an Old Testament prophet. Many of you are probably familiar with Isaiah, especially in the Christmas season, where Isaiah, in a couple different chapters, speaks about Emmanuel, God with us, how the virgin will give birth. And then certainly Isaiah chapter 9, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulders. Right? And he will be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And so certainly in this Christmas season, this New Year's season, right, this is appropriate for us to be in the book of Isaiah. But if you read the book of Isaiah, what you see right away is it is about God. And in fact, when we think about the Bible, right, it's all about God. And certainly in that, right, God is calling us of how to live. And so when you look at the scriptures, right, okay, tell me how I need to live. But even more than that, right, tell me about who you are. Because when we get who he is, right, everything else just falls into place, because then we know who we are. And so as we begin a new year, I believe this is true, this is right for us to think about God. Right? What does it mean to think about God? Isaiah actually says he keeps at perfect peace him whose mind is fixed on you. So perfect peace comes when we think about God. In Isaiah chapter 6, right, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. That's what Isaiah says. I saw the Lord, and I saw that he was holy. I saw that he was enthroned in heaven. Right? I saw who I was in light of God's holiness. And in light of all of that, God gave me mercy, but God also gave me a mission to declare who God is, was, and will always be. Isaiah 53, right? The suffering servant, the prophet, Isaiah spoke about the coming of Jesus, not just his birth and his reign, but that he would suffer. And even in Isaiah 53, we see not just the crucifixion of our Savior, Jesus, our God in the flesh, but also his resurrection, because even though his life would be cut off, he would resurrect, he would see the light of day, and he would live on for eternity. And then even through Isaiah, you see God's kingdom reign, you see the redemption of all, you see the new heavens and the new earth, you see God in all of his fullness and all of his glory. If you read through the prophet Isaiah, many people call it the fifth gospel, so Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Isaiah. And in fact, the first 39 chapters, which I think is brilliant in the majesty and the sovereignty of God, the first 39 chapters are about God's holiness, his justice, if you will. And then there's 27 more chapters that are all about his glory, his goodness, his grace, his reign. And so I love how Isaiah is broken up, right? And if you think about the Bible itself, 39 books of the Old Testament, 27 books of the New Testament. But Isaiah shows us who God is. Isaiah 40, beginning at verse 28, we hear this statement from Isaiah: do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord, those who focus on the Lord, those who think about God, will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. I can't think of a better promise, a better truth to begin this new year. For those of us who think about God, faith, right, that God is going to renew our strength as we go into this new year. Even though there's going to be trials, right, God's going to give us strength to be the people he's called us to be, people on a mission, living for him, lighting up this world with the truth of who God is. That we would sit, that we would walk, that we would live in such a way this year to where our mind is on God, and our God is Jesus. Don't forget this. Right? I know Christmas just happened, but don't miss that. Right? We believe in Jesus. We're following Jesus in this new year. And so let's stay true to him. And in that we will have peace, and certainly we will have hope, because we live in his promises of who he is, right? And all that he has said to us and all that he has done in Jesus. So may God bless this new year, and may our mind always be fixed on God, that is Jesus.